Most honorable bishops and my beloved children, the great event of the resurrection is recorded in the Gospels without triumphalist and exaggerated sentiments. Indeed, the myrrh-bearing women, who were first to mourn the death of Christ, were also first to witness his resurrection. Namely, they did that which constitutes the mission of every Christian from the very beginning, to share the joy of the good news. The event of the resurrection in itself comprises a challenge to logic. If we want to learn what the resurrection of Christ means, we should ask our theologians and academics. However, if we want to know how the resurrection of Christ is lived out, then we should turn to our faithful people. I could say with certainty that I see the resurrection of Christ in the faces of all of you who flood our churches on the night of the resurrection. At the same time, however, I see the resurrection of Christ in the mother who raises her children with effort, and in the father who struggles to earn a living to secure the tuition fees for his children's schools. I see the resurrection of Christ in the immigrants who arrived here to Australia. They worked hard and managed to make progress and succeed in many fields. I see the resurrection of Christ in the goods of our patients in the hospitals and in the faces of the elderly that we have at our St. Basil's homes and in other nursing homes of our country. I see the resurrection of Christ in our young people, in the pupils and students of our educational institutions, but also in our fellow human beings between the ages of 40 and 60 who are struggling to overcome depression and isolation. I see the resurrection of Christ, if I may be permitted to say, in those who have failed in this world, to the humble and invisible, to those who made wrong choices and who struggle to overcome their bad self and the mistakes of their past. I see the resurrection of Christ even in those who have fallen asleep, who have left this life in anticipation of the common resurrection. Our people, all of you, are witnesses of the resurrection, and all together, united, we break the silence of logic. Today, the cry of humanity is heard that the Lord is risen, Anesti o Kyrios, to save the world and give true joy. I ask and urge you all, uphold the joy of the resurrection in your life. Convince the people around you that they should rejoice, because where there is a lack of joy, there God is absent. There, the experience of the resurrection is absent. Christ is risen, truly is risen.